Welcome, listeners, to another episode of the Chris Talk Show. Let's get into it. What's up, listeners? I am your host, Chris Talks. All right. What is up on this fresh? What is it? Monday? It is Monday. Is it Monday? All right. Y'all, listen. I told you I don't like these early mornings. For y'all who don't know, for my listeners who don't know, they sort of switched our shifts now. They making me come in early morning, and I don't like that. All right. Yo, I already told him, look, yo, I don't like that. All right, I ain't no early bird talk. I don't be liking this, but I still come out here and do this for my fans and my people. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I'm bucket. I don't like doing early mornings, man. Listen, I don't drink coffee and stuff, but something. I drink tea, but not coffee. But early mornings, I'll be on my joking. All right, let's get into our top topic for this episode, which is going to be actor Jussie Smollett? What? How do you say this name? Smollett. Okay. Actor Jussie Smollett convictions overturned in a hate crime hoax case. Why you boo it? I think that. I don't. Let's go into this. So apparently his case did. I heard about this too. That his case got is overturned. I didn't want to do a story about it, but I I don't decide that. I just do what this Caucasian tells me to do, and that's it. All right, let's get into this. Early. Hey, you asked me early morning. This is what you're gonna get. Okay. This is what you're gonna get. Okay, so this particular episode is going to bring us to where's this happening? Louisiana, right? Did it? Okay, going to bring us to Louisiana. I'm gonna let Sarah take over the story and report it. And as always, I'm gonna give you my view and my opinion at the end of this. All right, let's get into it. Hit it at it.
Thank you, Chris. In a stunning ruling Thursday, the Illinois Supreme Court overturned the conviction of actor Jussie Smollett for an alleged hoax hate crime. A move that will spare the former Empire star a 5-month jail sentence. Smollett's case garnered national attention almost from the moment he called police to report that he'd been attacked near his downtown apartment on a frigid night in 2019. Targeted by two strangers who shouted racist, homophobic slurs at the openly gay, black actor, the furor only increased a month later, when the actor was charged with staging the hoax beating, and surged again when the state's attorney's office abruptly dropped the case a few weeks later in a controversial and unorthodox deal. Smollett gave up his $10,000 bond and performed 15 hours of community service in exchange for prosecutors dismissing the case. That agreement, Justice Elizabeth M. Rochford wrote in the 5-0 opinion, should have prevented Smollett from facing charges for the same alleged crimes a year later, when a special prosecutor re-investigated the case. A second indictment in Smollett's guilty verdict in a 2022 trial violated Smollett's due process rights. The court ruled, a deal. The court ruled, is a deal. And Smollett will now avoid serving a 5-month jail sentence and repaying the nearly $130,000 Chicago police spent on overtime to investigate his claims. We are aware that this case has generated significant public interest and that many people were dissatisfied with the resolution of the original case and believed it to be unjust. Rochford wrote in the 32-page ruling. Two justices, who did not attend oral arguments, did not weigh in. Nevertheless, what would be more unjust than the resolution of any one criminal case would be a holding from this court that the state was not bound to honor agreements upon which people have detrimentally relied. Smollett served 6 days of a 5-month jail sentence he received after his conviction, before being released to wait out his appeals. An appeals court last year upheld Smollett's sentence and felony counts related to lying to police. His sentence also included 2 years of probation and an order to repay the city of Chicago nearly $130,000 spent on overtime for police working a case. Before the guilty verdict, the city had filed a civil lawsuit against Smollett to recover those costs. a case that was put on hold during his appeals. While the ruling made no findings about whether Smollett was guilty or not. At a news conference Thursday in Chicago, Smollett's attorneys said the case was a vindication of their client. Attorney Nenye Uche said the case resembled those in developing nations, and said there was no evidence linking Smollett to anything. Prosecutions should be based on facts, not vindictiveness. Uche told reporters, this was a vindictive persecution, not prosecution. The court is not run by public opinion. Special Prosecutor Dan Webb, who was appointed to reinvestigate Smollett's case amid public outcry over the sudden dismissal of the first batch of charges, said Thursday he was disappointed in the court's ruling. In a statement, he noted the ruling hinged on the deal the state's attorney's office brokered to drop the earlier case, not errors by his team. Today's ruling does not change how deeply proud I am of the work my special prosecutor's office accomplished, nor does it undermine the jury's verdict. And most importantly, it does not clear Jussie Smollett's name. He is not innocent, Webb said in a lengthy statement. Webb's team also investigated Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx's office for misconduct in the handling of the case. He ultimately produced a 60-page report that found nothing criminal, though he did fault Foxx and her staff for ethical and procedural lapses. With only 9 days before she leaves office, Foxx claimed Thursday's ruling offered her office a measure of vindication. We have spent 5 years and millions of dollars on the re-prosecution of someone for a low-level felony, Foxx told the Chicago Sun-Times, noting that her office's handling of the case was used as a cudgel by critics of her broader reform agenda. This case was bigger than what Jussie Smollett did, she added. Foxx won a second term even after Smollett's case became a topic of national outcry. While the ruling means Smollett will not have to serve further jail time, he has already suffered the decimation of a once promising acting career. On the night of the staged attack, Smollett had been at the peak of his career, starring in a groundbreaking role as a black, gay character on the hit TV series, Empire. At the same time, he was recording and touring as a musician. But Smollett would become a household name in the weeks after he called police to report he had been attacked by 2 men on the street as he walked home from a downtown Subway restaurant on a frigid January night. In the years that followed, Smollett's career cratered. His character was written off Empire, and he became a punchline on late-night comedy shows. At his sentencing hearing in 2022, Judge James Lynn observed that Smollett had endured severe punishment even before he handed down the restitution and jail time. You've destroyed your life as you knew it, Lynn said. There is nothing any sentencing judge could do compared to the damage you've already done. Your very name is a verb for lying. I can't imagine anything worse than that. From the day of his arrest, Smollett has maintained his innocence, including during 2 days that he spent on the witness stand at his 2021 trial. The actor sparred gamely with Webb, a former federal prosecutor better known for his withering cross-examination of ADM John Poindexter in the Iran-Contra affair. At Smollett's sentencing, when Judge Lynn ordered him taken from the courtroom to jail, Smollett rose from his seat and declared, "I did not do this. I am innocent." In an interview last month to promote a new film Smollett co-wrote and directed, he remained defiant and claimed to have spent about $3 million on his defense even though it might have made more sense to have served out his time. I don't want to have a felony on my record for something that I didn't do, Smollett said. That's what we're fighting for. I know that on the surface it probably seems like, why doesn't he just serve the time? Why doesn't he just let this go? It would be easier if I had in fact done this to say that I did it. I'm a grown man, and something happened. I can't tell exactly what did happen, but I can tell you what did not happen. And that's what I have to sit on. No matter how much people are yelling in my face, saying, "You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar." No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't want them to believe that. But if that is what they believe, that's on you, the public. And police sources quoted anonymously in news outlets such as TMZ seemed skeptical almost from the moment Smollett made his report. He told police that he had been walking home after a late-night trip to Subway when 2 men began punching him, hung a noose around his neck and squirted him with bleach while shouting racist, homophobic slurs at him. Police stitched together surveillance camera footage to track down his 2 alleged assailants, brothers Olabinjo and Abambolo Sundero, who would go on to be star witnesses for the prosecution. Smollett. They testified. had paid them $3,500 to fake an attack because he was unhappy with his salary on Empire, and disappointed that the production team had not been more concerned about threatening letters the studio had received. After giving a tearful interview about the attack on Good Morning America, Smollett was arrested for making false statements to police 6 days later. Those charges were dropped by Fox's office just a month after they were filed, with Smollett walking out of the Layton criminal courthouse, seemingly for the last time, just weeks after he was charged. Months later, a judge appointed Webb as special prosecutor to reinvestigate Smollett's case and examine how Fox's office handled the decision to drop the prosecution, with Smollett agreeing to give his $10,000 bond to the city with no admission of guilt. Webb's report faulted Fox and her staff for abusing prosecutorial discretion and possible ethical lapses. Then, almost exactly a year after Smollett walked out of court, a special grand jury handed up a 6-count indictment against him. Uche, Smollett's attorney, said that there was no justification for the second prosecution and praised the court's ruling. This was not a prosecution based on facts. Rather, it was a vindictive persecution, and such a proceeding has no place in our criminal justice system. He said, ultimately, we are pleased that the rule of law was the big winner today. Back to you, Chris.
Wow, that was long, man. That was long as hell. Jussie Smollett. Okay, I said it right the first time, all right? Drop my air horn. All right, listeners, this is part of the show where I give you my view and my opinion. And I'm sorry to say that me and our producers have been arguing about the way that I said this guy's name. Okay, now I don't know if it's Smollett, Smollett, or Smollio. Okay, I don't know what Smollett it is. Okay, we just gonna call him Jesse. Okay, can we do that? All right. So if I say, for my listeners, if I say his name wrong, my bad. And to Mr. Jesse, if I say your last name wrong, my bad. Smollett, whatever. Okay, let's just get to this topic right about now. Okay. Now, as y'all already heard within the report, thank you, Sarah. Oh, thank you so much, again, Sarah. Thank you. All right. As y'all heard in the report, this guy, what he did was just he faked something, all right? But now, my question is this, and I'm pretty sure all my listeners have the same question. Since they did what they did, now this man did pay up. He did make a deal, okay, and basically they reneged on it. The man paid up his money, did his time, did what he was supposed to do, or at least what was in I could say what was in the agreement for the deal. So he did play his part in it. And it seems that they came right back after him, right after that, and re-indicted him. Basically for the same thing, in my opinion. I mean, they threw a couple of more charges on it, but they basically indicted him for the same thing. Now, my question is this, and this is my question to everybody, okay? And I want to make this very clear. I have there's no personal feelings against the system or anything like that. I just want to make that very clear before I say what I have to say, because I don't want the internet jumping on me because of what I said. All right, so let's just get that right out there first and foremost. My question is this: what happens when the government makes this mistake? How does the government pay for this? Do you understand what I'm saying? Who makes sure that the government pays for their mistake when they make it? Message. Because this was obviously a mistake, but in a way, and I'm like I always say, I'm a two-headed coin. In a way, it's kind of a good mistake. Bruh. Because, and the reason I say that is because if they never would have brought it to trial or brought it to the level that they did, we wouldn't have known about these things. Okay, we wouldn't have known. You know what I'm saying? What? We wouldn't have known. But a part of it that they did not mention was that they had already made a deal. Excuse me, they had already made a deal with this man, and they reneged. So we wouldn't have heard about it really if they didn't renege. But at the same time, I will agree with every other platform out there because I'm pretty sure, um, to all my listeners, any other platform that you listen to, they're pretty much going to say the same thing. And it's simply that, and I agree, the justice system is not ran by public opinion because this man, like, same thing with Bill Cosby, same thing with P. Diddy, it's basically the same thing. R. Kelly, mostly any, I can name so many, mostly any celebrity. It's basically the same thing, okay? And if you pay attention, it's done so much, okay? It's done so much in marketing and all these different things. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, definitely Ed. Kanye West. It's public opinion. It's not law. Okay. But a lot of people, okay, and this is a lot of people get pushed by public opinion just to accuse or convict somebody very, very quick. I mean, if you really look at it, you know what I mean? It's like
Bruh.
no, for real. It reminds me of when I saw that trial, even when I'm looking at uh, the Diddy trial, it sort of reminded me of like what's some what was it back in the Roman days when they used to have those big arenas and stuff like that, and somebody get accused of something, and they just bring them out. They what was that called? I forgot what it was called, but they just bring them out in the arena, throw some lines up in there, and then just let them loose. Find them guilty right there, just let them loose.
Bruh.
That's what they do to them. It's crazy. It's kind of crazy. It's a little bit crazy in my opinion, but to me, that's what this man. That's what happened to this man. This man was, in my opinion, was convicted by the public first before the state or whatever convict him. But I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we saw that story. We when we heard it. I can say a lot of people in America, especially in colored communities, they went a little buck wild. You know what I mean? They like they they were wilding out a little bit. You understand what I'm saying?
Wait, what?
They was wilding out. But when you saw the video, I mean, when you saw the video, and this is for every colored person that I know, they looked at this brother like,
Bruh.
for real, for real, for real.
Bruh.
And then on top of that, it was two colored guys that did this.
What?
Two colored guys that did this. So I mean, when it first came out, I understood the sexual slurs, but the racial slurs,
Bruh.
I mean, come on,
Bruh.
we all know, but it has been overturned. It has been overturned. So this is my question to all my listeners: do you think that somebody should even? Do you think he even should have got convicted in the first place for this? Do you think he even should have got convicted for this? I mean, I don't know. I'm asking my listeners to leave a comment, drop a comment, and let me know. Do you think he should have even got convicted in the first place for this situation? Because we talking about this guy. He riled up a whole entire community. Okay,
What?
a whole community.
What?
A whole community. He riled up a whole community, and not just a whole community in some places. He riled up certain states. So this guy, he in a way, he could have started like a somewhat of a revolution. You know what I'm saying?
What?
In a way, because at that time when it happened, Ed, I don't know if you remember, but at the time when that happened, it was a lot of stuff going on as far as culture. There was a lot of different things going on with culture. So I mean, at that time it was a big issue. But can we give the justice system the dummy buzzer real quick? Let's let's give that court system the dummy buzzer. I just had to put that in there somewhere because I mean, it just happens. I mean, I'm glad the man is out. I'm glad that he's free. He's out. But because he didn't really commit no violent crimes. But before we do go, because I'm about to end this, but before we end this, okay, no, wait, listen, because he didn't commit no violent crime. Let me say that first. He didn't commit no violent crime. Only thing he really did, I mean, if you're really gonna look at it, he paid two guys to beat him up, so he thinking that he would get an increase in the amount of money and I guess attention from I guess the show that he was working for.
Wait, what?
I don't know. Now, can he recover from this? I really don't know. But in my eyes, we in my eyes his career is over. It's dead. So can we drop a church bell for the career that was lost in the situation, please? Thank you so much, Ed. No, it's not funny, dude. It's obvious. It's obvious. This guy he's coming out with what we just heard. He's coming out with an album or something. Supposed to be coming out with an album, and I guess he's supposed to star in some other shows or something. I mean,
Bruh.
I don't know, but I think I pretty much think the guy's career is basically over. That's just it. I don't know. We will see exactly what happens, and that's my view, and that's my opinion on this particular topic. All right, drop my bomb, man. All right, folks. I want to thank all my listeners for tuning in. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me, and I so appreciate that. If you like this content and want to hear more of it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button so you'll know any and every time that I post up a new video. And also feel free to leave a comment and share. All right. Thank y'all so much. What else we got, Ed? Nothing. All right. Listen, y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me, and I so appreciate that. Until next episode. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see y'all later. Peace out.